Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. Welcome if you're new. My name is Courtney and I like to share videos about planning. I talk about books and create other lifestyle content. If that sounds right up your alley, then I would love for you to subscribe and hang out. Today we are going to talk about my planning system and kind of review what was going on for July and what I am using for August. So in July, this was kind of what my setup was, and for the most part it was working. I made a video, I think in the beginning of July. I'm not exactly sure, but I will link it on the screen for you if you want to take a look at it, talking about what I was coming out of and what I was going to be using for the month. And I will say the one thing that is really working for me, and the thing that I kind of really leaned into for July, was my standard TN for my everyday carry. So it has my monthly and my weekly and then daily pages, and that really was working for me, and I didn't really veer from it very much. You can see sometimes it's decorative, sometimes it's not. I could add like weekly reviews, packing lists, kind of some thoughts on planners for next year, you know, the usual. I have a birthday at the end of the month. I'll be 50, so I just started like planning my party that we're having, and so this is good. I have not changed. I haven't even changed the deco. I don't know when I will change that. I'm kind of lazy about that. It's just one of those things I hate doing because I feel really overwhelmed by it. So I pretty much keep it the same. I will switch out the highlighter I'm using depending on like if I'm using stickers and washi that week. And so still, this was good for me and solid, and there were no changes that I wanted to make. My cousin that I was using for memory keeping, I definitely felt out of, and I'm not sure why. I think I just wasn't drawn to it, didn't feel compelled to use it. I was using it as a journal for a bit, and I just stopped journaling. I think part of the reason is because I had this sitting on my nightstand and would kind of grab it at the end of the day and jot things down, and I moved it for whatever reason. I had it like in my office, and so for me, and I have said this before, if things are out of sight, they're out of mind, and if I don't see them, then it just doesn't exist to me. So I didn't use this at all. I think I stopped using it in the middle of the month. This insert ended in July, so I am using the July through December insert though. And then this, my little pocket cutie, I still love, but I wasn't using it in my bag as like my sort of purse situation, mainly because I have been carrying a smaller purse. I watch my grandson during the week, and because he has a diaper bag, he's 9 months old, and I have a diaper bag when I carry him out, and because of that I don't want to carry like my big purse with a diaper bag. I don't know. I just feel like a pack mule. It's not a good look, whatever. So I have just like a little crossbody bag that I've been taking, and this is too big to go in there. Even if I took it out of the cover, it would be too big and it's a little too chunky. I do like going back in and kind of throwing stickers in it, and I will probably do that. But for the most part, not using it. And yeah, so now we'll talk about what I am using. So what am I using in August? Let's start with what's the same. So I am still using and loving my standard TN system. This is a Moterm Veg Tan in honey, I believe. And I still have this is my month on 2 pages. And then these are my vertical weekly inserts, which I absolutely love. This is the current week. And then this is like the week in my daily pages in my Stology. Instead of using my cousin for memory keeping, I have not really picked it up since July, I think. I may go and back plan the weeks, but yeah, the last time I planned in it was the week of July 10th. And I haven't used the daily pages like at all since the 15th of July. So I did take my Traveler's Company memory planner out of that book and stick it in the back of this one. I am still using it. I do need to catch up. I have like my pictures printed, and I'm ready to go back in and like fill them in. I just haven't made the time to do it. So still really enjoying this. I am using the Pilot, what is this? Sorry about that. I am using the Pilot Juice Up in 0.4 right now. For this. And for my purse planner, I am using, I feel like I keep getting like influenced, and I'm not even really on like TikTok or anything too much, but I set up this passport size TN and I really like it. So I have this fabric pocket. I think this is from Moterm. I just have like our vaccine cards, my cash, and my most used cards here. Then I have a monthly insert. This is the month on 2 page. I think this is the undated one, or it was the undated one. I moved my blood sugar tracking and my cycle tracking all onto this, and then I just have my month on 2 pages set up. I think I have it set up all the way until February of next year. And then this is like the zipper part of that patch. I have more cards and a little bit of change. It's just a photo. I have this insert, which is really just like a quick notes. If I need like a daily, I will write a daily in here. But anything kind of on the go that I need to write down goes in this notebook. Another photo that I need to kind of glue down this is the plastic pocket that came with it. I just have some stickers. This is my commonplace book that I am taking like actual kind of like categorized notes in. Then I have a book for my collections, which I figure like most of my collections are like books I want to read, books I want to add to the TBR, makeup, skincare, like that kind of stuff that I kind of need like when I'm out. So I figured it made sense to be in here, and then in the back is the zipper part of this pouch. And then I just have I have 2 cards that I made on Canva. One is my emergency contact card and one is my if lost found card. So this has been going with me in my bag. I like it because it's small. It fits in most bags. I will carry it around the house with me occasionally. So like if I'm carrying these 2 things around the house, it's really not too much. Like if there's notes that I'm taking that I want to go in my commonplace, I have it out every morning to record my blood sugar. If there's things that I have written like on a daily page that I kind of needed to transfer into here, I will take it. Like I have a packing list that I have started here, which I will probably transfer into here because we are going on a road trip and I'm not sure if I'm going to bring this whole thing. The other thing that I am using that I didn't think I would ever be back in, just because I discovered that I much prefer like bound books and rings to discs, but I am in not 1 but 2 happy planners. So this one is, well, it is kind of a planner. I'll start with this one though. So I set both of these up with, they're like Frankenplanned with a hodgepodge mix of things. Some things I had, and then I found a couple of undated planners at Joann's and I have used those. So this is really like my goals content planner, and I was doing some of this in my everyday carry and I just realized that I don't need it in there, and I will use it a lot more if it's not in my everyday carry. And then at the beginning of the year I had started, or I had attempted to do some goals planning in just a dot grid bullet journal, and that I wasn't using that as effectively or as much as I needed to really drill down on some of the things I wanted to accomplish this year. So I set this up, I think maybe like the 2nd week in July. So the monthly overview I'm basically using just as like a content calendar with some like writing dates on here. I don't have any in July, but these are like the ones that are highlighted are actually the ones that went up. You can see I kind of cross things out. I'm not super like, it doesn't need to be like neat and all of that. And then I am using this undated teacher planner that I found on like super sale at Joann's. I think it was like $8. And so instead of having the days of the week down the side, I have flipped them. Lots of people in the planner community do this for like content planning. So the days of the week are across the top and then the individual categories go down the side. I do decorate them just because I have stickers to use. And then I have like some reflections. It's been really nice just having a place where I can put things. I did do a plan with me for August plans that is going up, so I'm not going to do like, go too much into it, but this is kind of like what it ends up looking like. Then I am also using these like teacher checklists to track ideas and sort of where they are, if they're like sort of in production. But these are what the undated inserts look like. I mean, they do have various things down the center. I'm just ignoring them. It doesn't bother me. And then I have some like monthly. I think I bought the 2023 monthly because I really wanted this page. And then I have, that has some like daily checklists, which I am using in a different way, which you'll see in the plan with me. And then I have some of these sheets, which were from like a either 2018 or 2019 monthly. It was like the Moody Floral one that I just have like glued into other pages in here. So I have enough, or I have this set up until December, and I'm really happy with it actually. And then the other happy planner that I am using is this one, and this was an undated weekly vertical, and so I have this set up as like my author book planner. So this is, I don't want to, like, this is the title of the book, which I haven't really announced yet. But so instead of setting up the monthly sections, I'm setting the monthlies up in here, but using the like project name, if that makes sense, because I'm not, or at least for now, I'm only working on one project at a time. So this is kind of the mood board for the book that I started writing, I think NaNoWriMo 2021, or the book that I wrote for NaNoWriMo 2021. It was initially called Project Bloom, and this was the mood board that I set up. The main character's name is Merritt, so I just have it titled Merritt's Book on the side. And then the monthly has like some, I haven't filled it out too much yet because I wanted to get this video up before I kind of broke down a lot of things. And then I have like notes pages. I am using the, let's see if I have any. So I'm using these daily task kind of checklists, pages from that super old monthly in a few different ways. I have like a character, just like details about the characters that I have like broken down with that. I'm using it for like a book launch checklist. And then in the weekly, I am really just, let me see if I can get flipped to one that hasn't been used. So instead of using, I've whited out the days of the week, and I am using each column as like a chapter. And in the first box, I am putting sort of like the overreaching idea or like goal or plot, like each chapter basically has a plot. When you're plotting a book, or not a plot, but like an arc, when you're writing a book. So the first boxes have the arc of each chapter. The second boxes have the location and kind of the mood that I'm trying to hit in each chapter. And then the third boxes are for any of like the B plot points that I need to make sure that those chapters have. So that's how I am using this planner, and it has been super helpful with my rewrites. And then I will just set it up like this is August, and I have some goals for August. I will label this as September instead of labeling it the book title with like any dates or anything that I need for September and so on. And then in the back I just have some notes pages with like things I need to research, any passwords to websites that I'm using, that kind of stuff. So this has been, I was really kind of in the weeds with the rewriting and edits on this book, and this has been super helpful in a way that I didn't fully anticipate. And then I am also using, or going to use my, let me grab it real quick. So I had set this up in the beginning of the year as my reading journal, and I really enjoyed that. Unfortunately, I kind of stopped reading and updating pretty much in May. I mean, I hit like a book slump in April, and then the end of April, May, things got fairly like intense with family stuff. If you have watched the last couple of my videos, you know that my dad passed away in May, and so I really didn't read. I think maybe I read 2 books in May. So I left a few blank pages to kind of catch up and update this for May. I have started setting it up for August. I have not completed it, but I will probably actually do that today. I need to go back and fill these in for that. But yeah, so I'm hoping to dive back into this month. My reading has I won't say it's I'm reading a lot, but I'm reading again, which is something. So yeah, this is kind of my system. I know it looks a little intense, but it really isn't. It's fairly manageable. So this is what is happening for August in my planners. Let me know down below if you have switched things up for this month. Have you discovered things are working, so you're gonna go with that? Are you using something that you never thought that you would use, like I am with the happy planners? I'm being like extremely happy in my happy planners. Have you given up on systems that you thought were really going to work for you? Let me know in the comments below this video. Please give it a thumbs up. That helps me a lot with the algorithm. Leave me a comment down below, subscribe, do all of those things. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.